and welcome back to another pick a card reading, and this is the event because we are doing the monthly October 2025 pick a card reading. What is gonna happen? What are the energy? What are you manifesting? What's up in your life? What's up in your love life? We're gonna see it all. But before we get started, I actually want to share an experience, and before I put the timestamps and the selection, don't worry about it, but I need to share an experience that literally get me stunned. I was actually shocked, and I have to admit that I was a little bit skeptical because I let go of this particular manifestation or thing that I want, and when I asked about it, I was like, there is no way they're gonna say yes. There is no way that this is going to happen. But deep psychic named Fabiola that I found through Psychic Source, today's sponsor of today's video and today's partner, just shocked me because I asked her about this manifestation that I was skeptical about. I will tell you more in just a second. And after one day that she predicted that it was going to happen, after one day, whatever blockage that was there got removed, and she predicted exactly what was going to happen. And on top of it, she predicted what was in the way, like the person, the name of the person, not the name, like I give her two names, and she predicted the right name that was blocking this particular manifestation. I think that the accuracy, yes, it's true that I'm good at manifesting, but the accuracy of this particular reader on Psychic Source is worth noting. So what exactly happened? I'm just trying to be quick. As you guys know, I lost my mother recently. She passed away in March 2025. And obviously when a parent passes away, I'm an only child, at least I was for her, because my dad remarried. But anyway, it's a long story. Anyway, I had inheritance, and he inherited some properties from my mother. However, these properties are split with obviously her brothers, and they were in a bit of a state. I was very skeptical about selling these properties. There was a lot of bureaucracy going on, and I was very tempted to just release this inheritance whatsoever. And I just waited up until last because obviously I wanted to honor the memory of my mother and the fact that that was her stuff and wasn't mine. So I was almost there. Like I said, my manifestation would have been to keep the properties within the family and to just sell them to the brothers, which they told me they couldn't afford to get them because of whatever this dynamic that I'm not going to share because it's very private. But so I was about to give up, but my manifestation was to, like I said, keep it in the family and sell it to the brothers, so it will still remain within the family, but I just couldn't renovate it. I live in London. These properties were somewhere else in the world, very far away from where I live. I just couldn't handle them realistically. So everybody was against this idea. Like I said, there was tons of blockages and bureaucracy, and I asked Fabiola, the psychic on Psychic Source, whether or not what was going to happen, essentially. And she said, because I used the chat, I have the chat in front of me, and she said, your spirit guides have replied and said your dreams will come true, and I am seeing the necessary means to be able to make this dream come true. My dear, the person that is blocking this name is da, and she took one of the name of that I gave her. Good luck and enjoy your manifestation. That's what she says. The day afterwards, out of nowhere, miraculously, the money has appeared in the family, and now they can purchase these portions of the properties. It can remain within the family. This person that was opposing is practically not opposed it anymore. The bureaucracy is not a problem anymore, and I got my manifestation. Guys, it's an accuracy from a reader that needs to be noted. And this is what Psychic Source is all about. Psychic Source is there to provide readings, to give you guidance, to give you hope, to make you learn, heal, and grow. And I want to add to manifest, because you guys know how much I'm a believer that a good reading coming from a good psychic can really help you manifest and set you on the right path. And they are so confident about it that they back it up with 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you haven't heard of them, Psychic Source is a safe space to get your reading, and no question is off limits when it comes down to guidance. They have an experience, in fact, and people coming to them for over 35. I love that they have so many options, as I was mentioning before, to connect with the psychic, because you can choose the phone call, you can choose the video call, or you can even choose to text. My personal favorite, since I've been testing the website for a while, I would say is definitely the phone call, because the psychics are very sweet, very nice. However, when I don't have time to do the phone call for whatever reason, I did use the chat, or I want to be even more anonymous, like I'm testing the psychics. I used the chat and I was really impressed by it. They weren't trying to take more minutes out of me. They were just genuinely answering my questions as soon as I typed. I also like that they're very picky with the selection of psychic that they have, because not everyone can be on Psychic Source. In fact, only 2% of applicants that apply on Psychic Source got selected because they're truly vetted and they want psychics that are genuine and they have a moral conduct and they are obviously good at what they're doing, which is giving healing predictions and so in this way I feel you can be more confident that you're not getting some sketchy readers. Which, by the way, I just want to add this, now that we are in the age of AI, this is something, like, just to know that you are backed up by a favorite reader that you can see on YouTube, or in this case on Psychic Source, that you can find and you know they have been vetted. Considering how many people they are using just straight AI to do the readings, I think it's a plus in today's day and age. And the last thing that I love, but not the least, is actually the fact that they give 1% back of the purchase to a charity of your choice, and you can choose the charity through their website. That is just simply amazing. I love it. So if you guys want more clarity about anything that I touched on today and you want to try Psychic Source is actually lining up the member of my community with an amazing offer and an amazing discount. In fact, as a first-time customer, you can use the link that I will provide down below on the screen, in my description box, and in the comment section, tribepsychicsource.com/Neyah, when you're going to be able to have 40 minutes of conversation, chat, whatever you want, with a psychic of your choice on Psychic Source for only $90.80, which is $240 value of purchase. This is the best deal out there, and there is no other brand that comes as close to this to offer this sort of a deal. And guys, little tip, remember that you don't have to use all the 40 minutes on just one session or one psychic. You can spread this out in order to find the best psychic that resonates with you and have more time with different psychics if you want. So go to tribepsychicsource.com/Neyah. So go to tribepsychicsource.com/Neyah, or tap in the link in the description box and then add the code Neyah to access this offer today as a first-time customer. Trust me, this experience can really shift your path. And now, thank you so much, Psychic Source, for sponsoring today's video. And now let's get started with today's pick a card reading. I am finally going to insert over here the symbols for the selection. I'm going to put them on the screen. I highly suggest you to stop the video so you take all your time to choose the pile, get your tea, get your coffee, sit pretty and nicely. The timestamps are going to be provided down below as well as in the comment section. Like I said, no rush. Pause the video, take your time, and I will see you and meet you for your selection for your pile for your October 2025 prediction. What it's up, what you're manifesting, what is going to happen. See you. Hello, pile number one. Let's get started with your reading. Let's see what October, my spooky favorite season, it's up for you. So what are you manifesting? What is the energy? What is going to happen? Mind you guys that I am extremely straightforward. I don't like to milk my readings. That is my style. If you love the style, thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already. And remember, if you want a private reading with me, link is down below. Courses, everything's down below. Anyhow, out of the way, all the intros, finally we can get started. So I am going to pull some cards for a general reading, meaning a little bit about everything, and then we're going to see what is the theme for you, pile number one, and develop from there. That's how I like to do it, even in private readings, unless you have a very specific question, which most of you people have, but that's how I like to do it. All right, let's get started. Spirit, what is going to happen in October 2025 for those of you that are watching? Those of are watching, sorry. Hold on. I see a car. What happened? Some of you had an accident or you need a car. A car could be also a metaphor of just moving, wanting to escape, wanting to go somewhere, running away from something. What's going on for the people with pile number one? That chose pile number one. Ooh, the 5 of Vessels, the ecstasy. I feel that you have, I mean, the 5 of Vessels really talks about losing something, but at the same time being happy about it, being ecstatic, being really, really joyful. So it could be that in the month of October or recently, you guys have decided to just run away from something, because that's the image of the card that I was seeing, like you driving the car and just running away. And that actually is not a bad thing. Spirit is saying it's making you feel excited, it's making you feel ecstatic, like it was the right thing to do. And it reminded me of the song that goes, here I go again on my own, going down the only road I ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone, and I made up my mind and wasting no more time. Here I go again. I know, that shows my age, I think, this song, but I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but yeah, that's the kind of vibe that I'm really like, you're singing, you might not be singing this particular song, but you're singing in the car, or whatever you are, in a bus or whatever, you're running away, and here I go again on my own, but it doesn't feel sad, it feels that you're thriving, you feel ecstatic, you feel it was the right thing to do, to just move away, release it all, and now maybe you're on your own, but damn if it feels good. That's what I'm seeing, specifically for you, pile number one. So I'm sorry for the reflection of the card. So that's the first card. Love that. Let's see what else is going to come. So that's the energy of the moment. You are the moment, Spirit is saying. Like you're almost, it feels like you are playing main character energy, like I'm the main character of my movie. Let's see what else, what is actually going to happen in the month of October then, because we have established where they are. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Oh, there you go. We got the Forest Lovers. So a decision will be made even more about possibly relationship, or being with somebody, not being with somebody, or just in general if you want to give a relationship a chance. But the Forest Lover is also a card of marriage, communion, and union. I mean, literally. So even if you have left somewhere, your state of consciousness is so good and so high, there is a lot of self-love, there is a lot of ecstasy, there is a lot of joy, that this state of consciousness has to manifest to something good, because that's just law. And for you specifically, it is about uniting with someone you extremely love or will love. So yes, it could be for some of you, if you have been manifesting an old flame, or maybe you have been manifesting this old flame for a while, then you let it all go, then you ended up in another relationship, ended up leaving this relationship, and now you're thinking about that past ex. Possibly that is the person that actually is going to manifest. I know it's very specific for some of you. For some others of you, if you really resonated with this song, here I go again on my own, and you might even think, pile number one, oh, I'm going to be by myself now, everything is going to be good, like I don't need no one, whatever. And and that is the exact moment where you actually meet your soulmate, divine match, however you want to call it. But definitely in the month of October, I feel you are going to be united with someone very important. So pay attention to it. Now, this sounds like you're very focused on being with somebody romantically. To be frank, I see this. It could be also like a partnership of some sort, but I am seeing more of a romantic connection with the forest lover. Then we also have the Knight of Arrows, indicating that you are very focused in the month of October. Did I say November? Yeah, you're very focused in the month of October. I don't know, I'm seeing the zodiac sign, which has nothing to do with the specific card of Scorpio for some reason. So you could be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or have heavy placement in Scorpio. With the Knight of Arrows, which is the symbol of the hawk. For me, the hawk always gives me the vibe of like focused. I know where I'm going career-wise. I'm settled, or I'm building new skills, and I'm doing it every single day. And it seems to me that in the month of October, you're so focused on yourself and what you want to achieve and the opportunities that you're gonna see and get, and just learning new things and see things from bigger perspective with the Auk. But the Knight of Arrows also does symbolize that this person, this lover that I am seeing coming, is gonna come out of the blue. Is going to come unexpectedly, and it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Gemini also very strong zodiac sign, and this person could be a very able communicator, and they are going to initiate the conversation with you, and you guys are going to connect on a mental level, especially, not just physical. And then we have, talking about the physical, we have the Ace of Bows, indicating that passion is going to be ignited for you, pile number one, in the month of October 2025. But moreover is that the month of October for you, pile number one, will symbolize like the beginning of the year. It's almost like for you specifically, pile number one, 2026 will not start in January. So if you are the kind of person that watches pick a card, which I love, by the way, and I have to do it, but if you're the kind of person that watches the pick a card of like what is gonna happen in 2026, right, like the next year, like I love those type of predictions. They're my favorite to watch because I like to set up the intention for the year. Besides that, if you're that kind of person too, I feel that your year won't start in January. So 2026 won't start in January. We'll start in October. I know it sounds crazy, but I feel that if we're running away from something, 2025 has been a bit of a shit show, and you're just at enough with that, you are practically, pile number one, manifesting that the 2026 good luck sort of year, the new intention, will start not in January, but will start in October for you, the spooky season. Love that. And so obviously, I'm going to say the obvious, the Ace of Wands does symbolize new beginnings, but tell you more, pile number one, with the Ace of Wands, because I have such an experience of the tarot cards. I'm not trying to brag, but guys, I have been doing tarot cards since I was a child. My mom, bless her soul, on the other side, she taught me the tarot. And I've done it for people for such a long time. Then professionally, I have done them for more than 7 years now. I have seen, and I've done them for myself because I use them for myself too. I have seen how the cards, like when people say the Ace of Wands symbolizes new beginnings. Yeah, all the aces do, no, right? But there is a difference. That is why they've been divided into realms. The realms of the Wands, the realms of the Pentacles. And there is a difference in the type of manifestation, in the type of experience. And when you are when you're not, I wouldn't say good at reading, when you have experience of reading for people, you see the effect of the prediction, because people come back and they tell you their stories. So you see them in yourself. So what does it mean exactly for you? Pile number one, that you're going to have a new beginnings. With the Ace of Wands, the type of new beginnings that happen with the Wands realm, they have to do with foreign things, with unknown things, with new things. Why? Because the Wands are the symbol of the foreign lands. Now, mind you, pile number one, foreign lands means the unknown. So it doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to move somewhere abroad, but it means that, let's say that you always wanted to learn the piano. Just an example. The Ace of Wands allows you to pick up that passion again and to actually become extremely skilled at it, and to have that new beginning through learning new skills that you always wanted to learn, or they're completely new and unknown. The Ace of Wands could also represent people coming that you have never known before, opportunities or ideas that you have never even thought about it before. They're foreign in your head, that will allow you to have this new beginning. So that is precisely how the Ace of Wands plays out in terms of new beginnings, and that is what you are going to experience. So pay attention to your new idea, and especially if you get pile number one, ideas that sound foreign, that sound weird, or that sound like that's not me. Take them. Take them. Those are divine ideas coming directly from spirit that will open new doors for you. And paradox, because with the Auk as well, you are being asked in the month of October to see things from a broader perspective, to push yourself towards the unknown, to run towards new direction. And possibly it is because you're moving towards new direction, you overcoming your limiting beliefs, therefore your fears and doubts, that is the reason why you meet these new lovers. You know, you can't do the same thing and expect the same results. That's the definition of madness. If you want different results, meet different kind of people, you put yourself in a different state of mind first. You overcome your limiting beliefs that tell you not to do it. You go towards the unknown in that sense, because if you go back to what you know, you're always manifesting the same thing. And then through those heart and mind coordination, mind and action, you know, your mind is aligned to something new, your action do the same, then you meet new people, you meet the new pattern, and these people are completely different because you decided to go on a pathway that's completely different. That is specifically the Ace of Wands energy. Love that. Let me have another card for you. Actually, I want to get oracle cards. We're going to get 2 different oracle decks. So, guys, so if you ever want to learn the tarot from me, like if you're interested in a tarot course where I tell you all the secrets that I have about the tarot cards, let me know. We can do a webinar, we can do something like that. Let's get a card from the Witches deck, just to get a little message. Let's see what else is going to happen in the month of October. What is the message for the month of October? For pile number 1, of course. I'm seeing number 3, so creativity is going to be extremely important for you in the month of October. I see new ideas. They keep saying new skills, new ideas, creative arts, creative pursuits. And then we got witches love the dark, clearly, because we are looking for the brightest star. Oh, I love that. Maybe you have been in the dark for a while. You have some creative talents and you have not been discovered, and you've been in the dark creating and creating and creating, and now someone is going to recognize that you are one of the brightest star. That, I know, is another very specific message. Or the message of the brightest star is that someone is going to recognize you for being their soulmate through darkness, you know. They have never, like, I feel this energy coming for you, pile number 1, of like things that you have never experienced before, places you have never experienced before are going to be available in October, and people you never experienced before. So it's literally stepping into the dark to find the light, if we want to get a metaphor at all about your situation. Let me see what else can I get for you. Okay. Witches do not give anything away. The most powerful will usually appear the opposite. That's interesting. Hold on a second. The most powerful will, which is your intention, usually appear the opposite. I told you, it's about going towards something that you have never thought before. So it's hard to predict exactly what it's going to be. It could be the person that you're going to meet. You will never think about, like, you will be like, nah, there's no way this person will like me. There is no way that this person is my soulmate. But not because you don't like them, because the Lover's card indicates that there is attraction. So you like them. When you see them, you're going to be attracted to them. Otherwise, the Lovers wouldn't be here. But you will think in your head, there is no way that a person like them, will notice me. And it's not, it's the opposite. Yes, of course they will. Work on your self-concept. Hello. Or there is no way that I could be so good at doing this particular thing. Let's say, like I said, the example of the piano, or let's say that you're good at writing, and you start developing the writing abilities. You do a course about writing, whatever, you start writing more, use ChatGPT that helps you out writing, something like that, right? And you, for a hobby, for fun, write a book or an idea of a book. You would think something like, there is no way that I would ever be noticed with this, and turns out the opposite. You will get noticed because you wrote it. That happened to me when I posted my first song. I posted it for fun. I was in my bedroom in my parents' place, and I wrote this song, and I did it at 4 o'clock in the morning through my iPhone. I put the drums, I put the video, I did everything through my iPhone with GarageBand, and then I posted on Bandcamp and on Instagram, and I said, there is no way no one is gonna notice this. This sounds like shit. Like, honestly sounded pretty bad. And the embarrassing thing is that that song is the one that I did on the iPhone is still on YouTube as the main video, and not the song that we actually recorded in the studio. That drives me nuts because it sounds horrible, and it's done by me on a phone, and it's got tons of views. It's so embarrassing. Anyhow, look at that. It changed my life. It changed. I would have never thought that anyone would have listened to that. Seriously, not in a million years. It went viral, changed my life, signed a record deal. I've said this over and over and over again. Am I Lady Gaga? No. But still, I was a young 23-year-old little girl, and for me, it was awesome. So that's it. That's what I'm seeing. So you're gonna go, pile number one, just to go back on track, you're gonna go towards something foreign, something that you will never experience before, and to be frank, something that you're thinking like there is no chance it's ever gonna happen. Because this card says that the most powerful will, so the most powerful intention, usually appear the opposite. Think about it. Like, you need to think about this sentence because it made me puzzled. All right? Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let's get another card. So let's see what else. So there's a lot. Pile number one. There is love coming through. A soulmate of some sort. There is new beginnings, new passion. Seeing things from a broader perspective. You moving away. Being excited about it. It's a whole new life showing up over here. The best metaphor that I can get from what I'm seeing in my third eye, let's call it this way, is like the new year, the beginning of the year for you starts in October and doesn't start in January. Come on. The eternal bond. Come on, are we joking? Like, are we actually joking? Can we just get these cards together? Like, if you have been waiting to meet the love of your life, and I know that these sentences on the general pico card reading, they sound pretty dramatic, but hey, I gotta say what I see. And I'm literally like this on private readings too. If you have been waiting, pile number one, for the love of your life, and you're like, there is no chance it's gonna happen now, I'm 50. There is no chance it's gonna happen now that I don't want it. There is no chance. There is. You are gonna meet that that exact soulmate, that eternal bond, instant recognition, where they're gonna recognize you, they're gonna come to you, they're gonna communicate immediately to, like, when they're gonna see you, they're gonna be like, wow, where is she being, where she's been, where he's been all my life. Sorry, my English is terrible. That is the feeling. Now, the eternal bond also talks about children, if I have to be honest with you. If you have ever lost a child or done an abortion or anything like that, I know it's a sensitive topic, but I get it. Close the video if you don't want to hear it. They are there. They're next to you. They're seeing you. They're loving you. And they want to incarnate back if you lost a child. So that is going to happen now that you're going to meet this person. Maybe not now, like in the moment that you meet this person, hopefully. But you need a time to actually, you know, settle down. But it's going to happen because the eternal bond is really a mother with a child. So that's that. If you have children, they are your soulmate. Like, don't doubt that they have chosen you for a reason. So that's another message that I'm seeing. But more generally, because obviously I need to keep these pick cards general, I feel that the eternal bond speak to the instant recognition that you're going to have with this person, that I'm telling you, when you're going to meet this person, they will be like, wow, who is this girl? Who is this boy? Like, wow, can't believe I found him. And you will think, there is no chance they'll ever like me. But there is. And it's going to be interesting the way you are going to end up together, because I think it's going to be very beautiful, ecstatic. But at the same time, with the Ark, pile number 1, I feel that it's not going to be instant. There is going to be some movement, some broader perspective, because the Ark talks about broader perspective. So what is going to be instant is going to be them talking to you, wanting to be around you, texting you, becoming friends, like immediately that. Sure. But it could be that you're going to have to wait a while to be together because of situationships, like a broader perspective, because the hawk sees things from broader things. But then eventually, once the recognition and the contact, sounds like an alien contact, but the contact is going to be established from the month of October, then it's just going to take from there. So that's what I'm seeing. Career-wise, what can I say? Because I want to cover every aspect. Career-wise, you're going to be faced with a decision. We already talked about it. But to be frank, the decision has been already made quite a while ago. And now it's just a matter in the month of October. I'm speaking career-wise, financially-wise, etc. It seems to me, pile number 1, that you're very focused. Yes, you might have a couple of options that you are exploring on what to do next. But like I said, if you listen to this advice, if you look at things from a broader angle, so don't look so narrow of what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Try to invest on things that have longevity in 5 years from now, 10 years from now. If you can do this mental exercise, even thinking about AI, how it's going to be implemented, all of that. If you can do this mental exercise and trying to make plans that are for the longer term, then I've seen you actually being really, really focused, going for it, learning new skills, and just generally having a renewed passion for what you're doing, which always results in good things, because when you bring passion on the table, you have more energy coming up directly from your soul. You get new ideas. You do things not just for money, but because you're passionate about them, and that obviously generates then the money and the financial independence that you need. So this is a very promising month for you, pile number 1. A month of change for sure, but a very good change, a change that you have desired, and a change that also feels extremely unexpected and will surpass, I feel, pile number 1, your imagination, because of the things that we said before. So I hope this reading resonated with you. I definitely loved your energy. It made me feel so good. So I hope you're going to feel good as well. Let me know in the comment section down below how you feel. Sorry, when I do the readings, I tend to relax and lay down like this on the couch, but I just channel so much better when I'm laid down like that, instead of just trying to be like super tight like this doing the reading because I gotta do the reading on camera. Like, the more I forget about the camera, the better reader I am. Trust me. So, sorry for that. Anyhow, and my quirkiness, but let me know in the comment section down below how you felt about this reading. If you enjoy my style and this sort of reading, remember I post them every single month here on YouTube. I do also post collective readings, and on Patreon I do extra weekly videos which include pick a card, collective reading, updates, manifestation videos, and more. The link is down below to join the community. And yeah, I will see you very soon for our November prediction 2025. Love you guys. See you soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your October predictions for October 2025. Let's see what you're manifesting, what is the energy, what you need to know, etc. I always remind you guys while I shuffle the cards that if you want a private reading with me, the link is down below. Extra content, collective readings, and more are on Patreon. Join the community. The link is down below. Okay. Now let's get started for you guys, pile number 2 for October 2025. Gonna start with this tarot and then see where we have to zoom in to see more. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Love that. Where do we have to zoom in? I think we have to zoom out. Your life is spinning fast and it's spinning better than before. The month of October is going to be such a good month for you guys. And I will say, hallelujah. We earn it, we deserve it, we want it, yes. And I feel that for you, pile number 2, with this Wheel of Fortune, every single time that I see the Wheel of Fortune, I think about Vadim Zeland, the Wave of Fortune. If you have never heard of Vadim Zeland, he's the creator, a Russian quantum physicist, the creator of reality transferring. I don't agree with everything that he says, yet the reality transferring is a method that changed my life. I don't follow it to the T, but a book that was a revelation. If you have never heard of it, read it. Besides that, it reminds me of this concept of the Wave of Fortune, which I posted on Patreon. Used to be up on my channel, now is on Patreon. And it's basically the vibe that I'm picking up for you, pile number 2, where you know, sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. That's the rule of this game, the pendulum. It swings back and forth. Sometimes we have high moments, sometimes we have down moments. That is the lesson of the Wheel of Fortune. However, and when we are in the high moments, we are riding a wave that we could call the Wave of Fortune. However, when you start learning about manifestation, you also start learning that you do not have to swing back and forth with the pendulum movement. You can be in the middle and determine where you're going. You are basically in charge of your reality, and you can be constantly on a Wave of Fortune if you know how to do it, if you know how to discipline your mind. And the vibe that I'm picking up for you, pile number 2, is that somehow, some way, this fortune that is going to come in the month of October is not just a coincidence. You have proactively manifested this by going back into alignment. Maybe you decided to affirm for gratitude, so general gratitude. You decided to do Ho'oponopono. If you don't know what Ho'oponopono is, it's a sort of affirmation. It's an Hawaiian prayer that goes, I love you, please forgive me, thank you. No, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And you just repeat this, whether you're talking to God, you're talking to specific people in your head, or just generally affirming this, and this will heal and clarify your energetic field, and it will then propel you to jump on the Wave of Fortune. Because when you're cleared within your energetic field and you are aligning yourself back to good intention, to gratitude, and to love, then the state of consciousness has to reflect in your reality and will always reflect good fortune as a byproduct of your literal cleansed state. So I see that you have done that. Maybe you have not done specifically Ho'oponopono, but you might have done things, whether conscious or unconscious, in your life that have purified your energetic field. And then you're sitting now in a state of of clarity, and you have decided to affirm for positive things to manifest in your life, to do acts of gratitude. Maybe you have done a vision board, whatever you have been doing. In the month of October, pile number 2, you're gonna see the effect of the work that you have been doing in the past months, and it's going to be about unpredicted, unexpected changes rapidly coming into your life that will start bringing fortune. So when the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot is at play, it could go from any aspect of your life. So love improve, the love and romantic department improves, the financial aspects of your life improves, new opportunities show up, new people show up. Is a general state of good luck. And if any one of us at some point has experienced even one day of what a lucky day, that is the vibe that I'm picking up for you for the entire month of October 2025. You could even win money, so why not? Play responsibly, but why not? Try your fortune if you can afford it. Never spend more than what you can afford. Remember, those are games and they should be treated as such, because they can, slot games, lottery tickets, etc., they can cause addiction, so be mindful of that. But I play them as a game, so I see them as I spend money that I would anyway set aside for fun and spend anyway, and I set a limit to that, and sometimes I win. That's so you never know. In the month of October, you could be lucky and winning something as well. Or if you have participated to, I don't know if you have ever participated to those games where you win like a trip or a house or things like that. You never know. October is definitely your lucky month to enter some of this competition and these games. I see the sun and the moon. Spirit over here is saying you could get an amulet that has the symbol of the sun and the moon together, symbolizing the yin and the yang, and bless it in the next full moon, or bless it with the sun energy. Because remember, when it comes down to talismans and amulets, you can make an amulet or a talisman out of any piece of jewelry or anything. You can even create one through a piece of paper, and it's not always true that you have to bless them through the moon or the effect of the full moon. There is actually sun magic. You can bless them in a sunny day under the ray of the sun, especially if you want to bring into your life, pile number 2, abundance and money. The sun energy is the one that you want for, or appreciation or notoriety. You don't want to use the moon, you want to use the sun to bless those amulets. But specifically for you, pile number 2, if you will ever, or possibly you will, encounter a talisman or an amulet with the symbol of the sun and the moon, Spirit wants you to know, pile number 2, that this amulet was meant to be for you. So get it and bless it and wear it for a while in the month of October, because it's going to bring you good luck. It's the beginning of new things, also Spirit is saying, and new seasons. And I was about to say, snakes are going to be revealed. And in fact, we do have the card of the Two of Stones, which represents in this particular deck, the card, I'm sorry for the reflection, of challenge. So whatever challenge that you have to endure in the past, especially if this challenge has to do with arguments of opposition from other people, you will defeat in the month of October 2025, pile number 2, your enemies. Maybe you will defeat them because some snakes will be revealed, you see them for what they are, and you will let go of them. Or maybe because you will not physically, because you will mentally or justice wise, you will prevail because you were right. So I see that for you, like a positive outcome and you winning over your enemies in the month of October. Remember, sometimes enemies is such a bad word. I always thought like enemies don't exist, everybody wishes love and light. I was so naive. Seriously. No, unfortunately, that's not true. People do not wish well on others, so only a few do, and the ones that do usually are the ones that are doing very well in life, because they know about the law of abundance, so that if you wish well for other people and you use this affirmation that Florence Scovel Shane taught me from her book, she didn't obviously personally taught me, but I learned it from the book, that says every single time that you see someone that has what you want, Don't be envious or jealous of this person. Remember that God lives in you as well as in them. And so you have to say, what God has done for others, He can do for me 10 times more. When you play with the law of abundance and you recognize abundance on other people, even when they have the very thing that you want, and you bless them and you recognize it and you celebrate the beauty of having that in other people, it comes to you as well as a reflection of your state of consciousness. So now, this is a law that not many understand clearly in the world, because they wish bad on people. So they bring more luck into their own world. But if you do understand this law, the law of abundance, apply it to your life, bless other people, bless your enemies, and you will see the effect that it brings into your life. So that is also happening in the month of October. You see the people for what they are. You see the people that were challenging you and opposing you. Light is being shed and you bless them and walk away, or you win over them because of your cleared energetic field. Pile number 2. Let's see what else. And messages are coming through. Oh, how many of this? The Queen of Bows, the hair. So many hairs that you have. Maybe like the hair is your spirit animal. I've been connecting with this particular animal lately in the spirit world, and I feel is a symbol of abundance, of new beginnings, and especially of moving fast and knowing where you're going with the hair. The Queen of Bows is my favorite queen. As you guys know, she's the Queen of Wands. That indicates you, pile number 2 in the month of October. Strong, confident. This is also implies the use of magic, so of manifestation. So I told you the fortune and good luck that is going to happen for you in the month of October, pile number 2. It's not out of just a mere coincidence, not that there are any actually in the world, but for you specifically, pile number 2, this good luck is being proactively manifested magically. Your intention are going to appear. You've been working maybe with that, with spells. It could be, if you're interested. If not, it's just pure manifestation. Both are the same, really. They're just explained differently, but there's the same thing at the very core, in my opinion. So you are coming in the month of October, pile number 2, as strong, as wheel oriented, as powerful with the Queen of Wands, and people will recognize your power, and that's why I feel you're gonna come out winning your enemy and they won't challenge you anymore. Like, you are establishing yourself, your voice, and who you are very, very clearly, and they won't dare to poke you anymore because of what you've proven to them. You proved that you can win because you were right and you are a good person and your energy doesn't stink. And again, this also is another card that pile number 1 added, which is the card of the ecstasy. There is a lot to celebrate in the month of October for you. You're going to be happy. You're going to be jumping. You're going to play around. You're going to be social. There is really a vibe of partying and having fun for you available in the month of October. I'm not seeing a lot of love relationship dynamic. If you are in an existing relationship, the challenges are over, the arguments are over, you will be very stable with your partner in the month of October. Maybe together you can bring more fortune to one another. Or if you're single, I'm just definitely not seeing you bothered with anyone specific. If this pile is not for you, just choose another pile. But I see you more focused on yourself, your self-concept, accomplishing your goals, winning over enemies, and just generally celebrating your life and the fortune for yourself. We also have the card of the Stag, which for me is another card that tells me that you're going to be very, very strong in your own power. People are respecting you. You're going to find the teachings in the month of October and mentors to follow. So a new academic path could open up for you in the month of October. It could also be just you signing up for a new course, or just finding even online a method or a teaching that truly resonates resonates with you. For some of you, pile number 2, you could be the teacher, bringing on this teaching of your life experience and bringing it with joy and authority. And your authority gets noticed online if you're using the online platform or whatever you are using that, and gets respected with the stag. We also have the card of the 8 of arrows, arrows, which indicates struggle, and the 7 of bows, which indicates clearance. Now, it's obvious to me that by the time that October is going to be coming, you are, like I said before with the clearance card, you have cleared your energy. You have cleared your energy from toxic people. And the struggle that you have been facing in the past months is going to be cleared. There's no more challenges with the Wheel of Fortune. There is no more struggle. There is no more you being left out in the cold. There is just you being confident and being clear about what you want and just clearing out. Maybe it's even about clearing your home space, your energetic space where you live, decluttering, and bringing this, I feel this energy of fresh air, like opening the windows on a winter morning and getting that cold breeze of fresh air that purifies everything. That's a bit the metaphor of what is happening for you in the month of October 2025. Let's continue and see what else I can pick up. And so that's why I'm not seeing necessarily any romantic relationship, because it feels that you're not there mentally to focus on romantic relationship. You're more focused on you and what you can accomplish. And then we also have the card of the 7 of Stones, which is the card of healing. You have been meditating, you have been healing, you have been feeling reborn. There is spirit guides next to you guiding your path in the month of October. There is you awakening, ascending to a new whole level of awareness. The bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of bows, the fulfillment. And so for you, pile number 2, like I said, I don't see you involved with anyone. Only if you are already in an established relationship, everything is peaceful in that front. But I don't see you focus on romantic relationship, pile number 2. I am seeing you in the month of October 2025, focused on your spiritual evolution, clearing out energy, solving issues, receiving good luck and fortune, and just generally healing from all the struggle and the drama and the toxicity that you had in the past, and being reborn into a new phase of awareness that will push you and propel you forward and will place you in a place of authority when it comes down to your career or your talents. Wow, that was specific. Let me see any other message that I'm picking up for you, pile number 2. You are rock solid. That's what Spirit is telling me to tell you. You're rock solid. You're golden. No? You're connected. You're aligned. You're not begging no more. A witch lets the earth guide her and the universe hold her. You are guided. You are moving with guidance. It's almost like you have a magic carpet that is based, and it reminds me of the photo of this woman over here with this beautiful mystical hair. I feel that you have a magic carpet that is made with all your good intentions and your intuition, and you are allowing these intuitions to guide you wherever it needs to be. You are in the month of October 2025 walking through faith, and through the faith in spirit and faith in yourself, it pushes you in places of extreme luck and opportunities. You don't need anybody. You're doing this all by yourself. While you're healing, while you're being self-aware, while you're reborn, rebranding, rebirthing. Can you say that? And then light an extra candle, sprinkle some more salt. Sometimes results take more effort. Maybe you have been waiting for this lucky period, for these results for a while. I see with the struggle card that you had to clear out a lot of junk, a lot of things internally in terms of limiting beliefs and trauma, and externally they were manifested in form of toxic people and toxic environment and toxic things that happened to you. You had to clear a lot. You had to light those extra candles, do a salt bath, and put that extra effort to manifest this new path and this new good fortune, but it's finally here after all the effort. Sometimes it's worth waiting for. Sometimes it's really worth the effort to push yourself through, and you learn how to be stronger in the process. There is fulfillment, there is happiness, there's joy. Solitude is not loneliness. It is a chance to restore and renew your powers. I told you, I do not see you coupled. For those of you specifically who chose pile number 2, for the majority of you, I see you alone, fighting your own battle, being your own hero, your own savior. But this doesn't feel like loneliness. This feels like chosen solitude, the solitude of the warrior that thrives on its own, that fights its own battle and establishes itself as stronger than ever. That is the vibe that I'm picking up for you in the month of October. And now in the month of October, you have this renewed power, so a renewed sense of clarity, a renewed sense of awareness to manifest even more, because you're going to see that in the month of October, whatever it is that is going to happen in terms of that wheel of fortune and good fortune is just the beginning. You're going to realize how in the month of October how powerful you are, and you're going to want more, and you're going to manifest more because of that renewed self-awareness on your own power and your own capacity and your own authority. And like I said before, not only the enemies are going to be defeated, but people won't dare to challenge you again. They won't. They'll be very, very quiet, because the type of victory that I'm seeing for you, pile number 2, is very strong. Like, they're going to shut up, and they better. They better. That's what you're saying. It reminds me of the trial of Cardi B, where she was like so triumphant in the end. They were like, you better don't challenge me again, whether you like it or not. But that's the vibe that I picked up. Okay, let me get a last card for you, pile number 2, to conclude the month of October, whatever other message spirit wants to give you. The light in the darkness. Look at that. That's you in the darkness, where everyone was against you. You didn't know what to do, and you picked yourself up and you said, I'm sorry. You better not dare me again, because I will blind you with my light. I'll let it pass now, but I won't let it pass again if you cross me again. That is the vibe. That is you, pile number 2, in the month of October. That is you bringing authority. That is you being the main character. That is you getting what you want and never be challenged again. They better not. That's the vibe that I'm picking up for you, and you overcoming the struggle, clearing the energy through through just your sheer light, the light of your soul, of your intention, of your focus, of your willingness to do it, of your effort, if you may, even. That is what I see for you in the month of October. It's solid. It's a rock solid energy. I love you guys. I hope this message resonated with you and made sense in your life. Let me know in the comment section down below. I also am going to wait you on Patreon for extra videos and collective readings, and for private readings, the link is down below as well. I will see you also here on YouTube for the November monthly pick a card predictions. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Hold on, because I didn't like the camera. Let's find out what is going to happen October 2025. What is your energy? What are you manifesting? What is the message from spirit? I always like to remind you guys that if you want a private reading with me, all the links are down below, both to my website and to my Ko-Fi shop. And in case you want to be part of a lovely community, which is my Patreon community, you got not only my old archives of more than 100 videos, there must be more, but weekly new predictions, pick a cards, manifestation videos, requested videos, and more, and a chat dedicated where we motivate one another, and I do answer, and a permanent discount on all my products of 20% on my Ko-Fi shop. So that's it. All the links are going to be down below. Now, with that being said, let's get started with your reading. I am seeing number 2 for you, pile number 3. So you might be concerned about love and romantic relationship because number 2 is the number of harmony, of union. It always reminds me of romantic connections. What is going on like with my phone buzzing all morning as I'm doing the video? Maybe you have been manifesting a specific message. What are you manifesting? Let me know in the comment section down below. But the first card that we have for you, pile number 3, is the card of regeneration and healing, the 4 of Stones. Now, this card is a card that typically in the tarot speaks about conserving your energies and holding on to the coins. So this is a suggestion in the month of October to not overspend, maybe practice a little bit of minimalism, and just keep your energy to yourself so you can focus on healing, recouping, and just regathering. That's what I'm seeing with this card. But it's an auspicious card because if you do take the time to pause, do the healing, realign, that has an effect in your manifestation. You will gain more clarity. This is also a card that speaks about getting messages, intuitive messages, message from the spirit guides or from the other side in your dreams. So keeping a dream journal in the month of October might be beneficial for you to access what will happen. Sometimes we get premonitory dreams. Sometimes we just get intuitions that are important for our future. So that's something that I will definitely do if I were you, pile number 3, in the month of October. Then oh, beautiful. Then we have the Great Woman, which is the Empress card, and the King of Aries, the Kingfisher. There are new opportunities coming in the month of October. There is you flying free, and I feel that in the month of October with this card, you are gonna learn what it means to align your state of consciousness with your experience. What I am seeing with this card, pile number 3 for you, is the mirror world, is the mirror reality. This bird is flying and sees his reflection on the lake. So I see you in the month of October, besides healing and taking the time to rest and recoup and realign, this will serve you to understand better what manifestation really is all about. And I always say this, if you don't experience it, you don't know it. Experience is the only greatest teacher of all. You have to understand how this reality operates to go beyond the skepticism of saying it can't be that easy. Manifestation doesn't work. This is woo-woo. It is always going to be woo-woo if you don't consciously experience, because we are experiencing it already, but you have to experience it consciously. And pile number 3, I see that in the month of October, because of you resting, meditating, working on yourself and healing, maybe overcoming certain limiting beliefs, you will see the effect of the mirror world. You are going to see in the month of October, pile number 3, that your thoughts have a direct correspondence to your experience. I said it already in the collective message that I posted the other day. Watch it if you want, because I think it will resonate with you. I say that there is a famous philosopher that was also an ancient emperor in ancient Rome, that is called Marco Aurelio, that said that the quality of our life has a direct correlation with the quality of our thoughts. It is all connected, and that is the mirror effect. We all do it, conscious or unconsciously. So what you're going to see in the month of October is that, hold on a minute, I have realigned myself. I decided to pause, recoup, maybe practice a little bit of minimalism, being a bit mindful, focus on what I'm thinking, nurturing good thoughts, and hey, hold on a minute, all of a sudden my reality is giving me people that are treating me better, people People are texting me back. They want to be around me. My specific person popped out of nowhere. If you're manifesting a specific person, I feel better. People tell me that I'm more beautiful. I'm getting more opportunities that I have never seen before. You're going to start seeing what we call the bridge of events, which is the moment where you see that your thoughts, the thoughts that you had for a while, in the past month, have a correspondence with your experience. And it doesn't happen straight away. It does only happen, pile number 3, straight away when people are extremely versatile in the law. So if you have been practicing the law of assumption, law of attraction, call it however you want, for a while, which is nothing but the practice of self-awareness, you have been directing your thoughts for a while, you've been manifesting a few things or more, then you do it over and over and over again, you become so good at it, your expectation, which is the law of expectancy, thinks, if I think about it, I'll get it. When you are at that stage of awareness in consciousness, then you start getting things really rapidly, even in 3 days, 2 days, or even 24 hours. There is always a slight delay that will never change. It's the law, it's the rule, but it will shorten the delay. But at the beginning, like you're not at that level. I don't see that in the cards, which is fine. It's even better, to be honest. At your stage, where you're discovering this process, you have that delay, and that delay is a little bit more expanded. So you might have started working on yourself 2 months ago, a month ago, and now in the month of October, you start seeing the bridge of events. You start seeing the effects. And it's all good. We have the Empress card. This is all about you being attractive, people wanting to be around you, attracting who you want, if you have desired, wanting to manifest pregnancy, this is a sign that you might be pregnant in the month of October if you wanted that. And this is also a sign of new creative energies, creative pursuits, abundance. If you have been manifesting a business expanding, of generating more money, this can all happen in the month of October, because the Empress is the solid tarot of major arcana that indicates expansion, indicates abundance, indicates money coming through, and just the general time of fertility, where we see the fruit of our labor finally blossoming. Love this energy for you. Let's see more. I feel it's like after pile number 3, after a lot of trial and error, finding the right technique for you with this Empress card, it's almost like you finally found the right formula. I give this message because I see this cauldron. It's like the recipe, it's now ready. That's the good one. You found your own way to make this law work for you. And then we have the 4 of Vessels, the boredom. So that indicates that it's not going to happen immediately at the beginning of October. You might have to wait a little longer, but it is going to kick in October nevertheless. Now, with the card of boredom, pile number 3, it could be that you're like, hey, I've been practicing this way more than 2 months. I've been waiting for a while and I'm bored now. Where is my person? Where are my money? Where are my opportunities? They are lining up. They're coming. Remember, consistency is key, even through boredom. And I always say this to people, especially when I used to do coaching. It is when nothing happens that something is happening in the background. It's the fact that you don't see it means nothing. Everything is always moving, regardless whether you see it or not. Second of all, we can only see what we focus upon for the benefit of our brain. There is so much more around us that we are not able to pick up, because otherwise our brain will go to a literal meltdown that it has to narrow the experience that we're seeing. But there is so much more. So just to base on your judgment on what you can see is extremely limited. You have to close your eyes and open your mind. I think there is a song from the Beatles that was one of my favorite that says, close your eyes, relax, and go downstream. Is it not dying? It is not dying. Like, you're not gonna die. Death doesn't exist, but you're not dying. You're gonna awake. If you close your eyes and close your senses and go within, you're gonna start seeing. That is the real foresight. So take the moment of stillness, of boredom, to expand, to meditate, to go within. I am so busy right now in life with a baby, and every baby, she's a toddler now, but as a mom and a content creator and a wife, that I wish I could go back in time and slap my old self when I didn't have a husband, I didn't have a baby, a daughter, and I was just by myself with my cats. I would slap myself in the face and be like, don't you dare say you're bored. You can close your eyes and meditate and access infinite awareness right now. And I'm so grateful I actually did that many times. Now I don't even have the time to do that anymore. And I feel extremely limited because I don't have the time to do it. When I had more time to meditate and to go within the spirit realm, within myself, I felt I was way more abundant. But no, I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about awareness, possibilities. Is what Joe Dispenza says. Close your eyes, see the infinite blackness, sit in the stillness. That is where God is. That is, if you can do that, if you have the time to do that, that allows you to manifest things that you will never even imagine if you just sit in the stillness. So yeah, you might be bored, you might have been doing everything, but I'm telling you, it is within the stillness that you find the answers, not when you see loads of things around you. Don't trust, trust the senses. They're there for a reason. They're there to protect you. I'm not telling you to go complete nuts, but they're not everything. It's not the entire story. The entire story lies within, in the realm of the unknown, in the realm of the soul. It's within. The more you practice going within, the more you'll see it without. You see that abundance that you'll find within, that it's not tangible, it's not material, it's unexplicable. The more you dig it inside of you, the more you'll see it outside of you. And so find that within the boredom. Then we have the card of balance, the yin and the yang, uniting, aligning. For you, the month of October, yes, speaks about abundance. It speaks about new creative projects. It speaks about finding the right recipe to manifest. It speaks about manifestation, to be frank, with the Empress card. But with the balance card, for me, what I feel for you, pile number 3, the general theme that I'm seeing is about healing in the month of October and finding back alignment. Once that is found, you will expect good things because that will be your state of consciousness, and the law of expectancy will bring it to you. And it's not the law of excess potential. I don't know why, but I feel I need to tell you this, pile number 3. It's very different from pile number 1 and number 2, where the reading was more prediction-wise. For you, it's more like a manifestation lesson. I don't know why, but if you need to hear it, you need to hear it. If it's for you, it's for you. So what I'm seeing is that you, in the month of October, you're learning that there is something like the law of expectancy. When you expect good things to happen, they come to you. That's the law of assumption. You expect it to happen, they come to you. You expect your specific person to call you, it will call you. You expect people to notice you, they will notice you. You expect positive things in general to come into your life, they will happen. However, why people struggle so much to make the law of expectancy work for them? Because there is another thing in the universe that is called the balancing forces. Everything within the universe has to be kept in balance. So that's why everything looks so random in the universe. However, it's yet so precisely perfect to sustain life that not even scientists can really explain how that happened. Why? In the million of possibilities of infinite universe that we might have, we are the one that just nailed it perfectly right to create life. That is because of the scientists don't say that, but I'll say that. That is because of the law of balance. So everything, even if it looks chaotic, is kept within the movement of the pendulums that swings back and forth. These are the 7 hermetic principles, by the way, is kept in balance always by the balancing forces. And as within, so without. This happens as above, so below. This happens in the universe as well as within ourselves. So what happens is this. Listen to me, because it will change the month of October for you. What happens is this. When you expect positive things to show up in your life, this is the secret, they come. However, if you create over expectation, emphasis on the word over, if you create an overly excessive importance, not important, so break the words. I'm not saying that your desires are not important. They obviously are, and they can be. But when they are overly important, you put it on a pedestal. You're saying this with your subconscious mind, I'm gonna die if this doesn't happen. That's overly important. The balancing forces, remember the pendulums that I was talking about before, everything moves in a pendulum swings. The balancing forces that are there in the universe as within this earth to keep you in balance at all time and to keep everything in balance, they will put you from this high level of extreme, boom, to the opposite. And that's why people can work the law of expectancy and they get the opposite of what they want. Because what is the secret? I'll tell you the secret. If everything moves in a pendulum swings and has a tendency to go back and forth, and the balancing forces have to keep things in check, in a line, what do you do as a master manifester? You stay in the middle. You stay in the stillness. I told you, it's not in the chaos, it is not in the senses that you find the answers, within, in the stillness. If you can quiet your mind, sharpen your focus, and say, I know this is gonna happen. However, I'm open to the infinite ways in which it can happen. And I know that God has got my back, and no matter what, I'm gonna be fine. There is no chance that the balancing forces are going to hit you. You have established authority over your life, over your experience, just by doing that. By learning how to handle the law of expectancy without excess potential. Guys, this is what you need to hear more than any other prediction, pile number 3. If you can work this out, and maybe this is disappointing because you didn't want to hear this in a pick a card reading. But if I'm telling you, if you can work this out, in the month of October, what you have been trying to desire to actually manifest your desire that you wanted for a while, you felt bored, you felt it wasn't working. If you just learn the simple thing about life, the law of balance, it will happen to you in the month of October. Empress card. You will know the mirror. And guys, listen to me, pile number 3. Once this lesson is learned, there's no coming back. Once you experience the law working in your favor, you won't revert back to the old pattern, to the old way of thinking. You will start seeing abundance all around you because you recognize it within yourself. The victim mentality will be gone, because you know that you're in charge up to a certain extent. And then after that will be another phase where you will learn faith and walk in the path through faith and just let it go and let it God. That's another path. And then you will learn that you are God. And you will learn that if you are God, everyone is God. And then if you see God everywhere you go, you see abundance everywhere you go. But these lessons, they are not learned through watching a video. They are not learned through theory, pile number 3. You learn them through experience by practicing them. Even though you have heard it 100 times and theoretically, consciously you understand them, they have to be experienced. Okay? So, wow. This is a very powerful reading, pile number 3. Let's see more. Let's see what other message I have for you, pile number 3. You're growing. That's what it is, pile number 3. You are growing. We have practice random rituals of gratitude to enchant the world. A thing in order for you to learn this sort of experiences is just by doing gratitude. I know, boring, but it works. Sometimes you don't have to look for the complicated technique in order to manifest. You just have to do it, the boring one, long enough until you see results. Acts of gratitude works all the time. Will forever work because your states of consciousness create. Come on. If you say, I'm grateful, even robotically, I'm grateful, thank you, I'm grateful, I love my life, I'm grateful, even though you're in the midst of the most horrible challenges and you're like, what should I be grateful for? You just keep repeating, I'm grateful, thank you, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this challenge because it taught me this. I'm grateful for this because it taught me this other thing. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful because I'm alive. Thank you. This state of gratitude will create what your subconscious mind will be like, she's so grateful. Must be something good happening. Then boom, the reflection, state of consciousness creates the mirror effect. Let me give her more things to be grateful for. And then more things. And then you will be genuinely grateful. And then more things and more things and more things. That's how it works. Your mind doesn't subtract, only expands. So I don't understand why getting bored and using the time that you have in your mind to expand boredom. I'm so bored. No, you're so grateful. You understand? If you get into this rhythm, you will see it. So acts of gratitude in the month of October. A witch's soul is found in nature. How can you bond with her today? Oh my God, I love this message for you, pile number 3. Also because this is a message that I had for the collective in general. We are in a time in the world where we are really heading towards a new earth. We really are, and it's messy, more messy than I think I would ever thought when I heard this prediction coming from Dolores Cannon. The world is a bit of a scary place right now. It's definitely splitting. The internet has become a scary place up to a certain extent, and what we need to do, and I suggest you to do, pile number 3, connect with your soul. We said it before with that 4 of stones, but connect with nature. Go back to nature. We will see this shift a lot with people that will want to live more in the countryside, living more next to nature, removing themselves from certain chaotic hotspots because they're going to be messier. Because the earth is changing, so we are shifting in this new earth, and I feel when this sort of vibrations are moving rapidly, when you are aligned, it feels great because it feels, wow, I have so much self-awareness and I'm manifesting and things are going nice, and you're going up and up and up into the vibrational scale. But for people that are not self-aware, they want to live in the old paradigm, this movement, even when it's a high vibration, if you're not ready to accept a higher vibrational thing, it can disrupt your mind because you're not ready to take it. And that's why we're seeing people going in chaotic mode, violence, craziness, because they're rejecting the higher vibrations. They're not able to handle it. They're not able to defeat their ego up to a certain extent, and that creates madness. So that creates chaos. And that's a split. That's an obvious split that it's happening. And guess what? Everything is consciousness. It's not happening necessarily materialistically speaking. We see the earth collapsing and being split into 2. Where is the split happening if everything is consciousness? It's happening in the consciousness of people. Understand? Pile number 3. Be the one that gets it. I don't know why this sounds like a video from my other channel, that I quit, my manifestation channel, but I don't know why this is what I'm channeling for you from the cards. You gotta let me know in the comment section down below, who are you? Why are you here in a pick a card reading? I love it. Let me see what other message I can get for you. But it's going to be fine. This is a good month. It's a month of awareness, of expansion, of wisdom, of experience, of healing. Pile number 3. I love that for you. Of new beginnings even. I wouldn't say the typical new beginning you would see with an Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords kind of thing. But it's a new beginning that starts from within and expands from without. No? And obviously, we get this card. The North Star. You're just heading towards the right path, aren't you? You're heading towards your North Star. This is a sign. This is a big sign. Screenshot this card. It's going to bring you luck. I feel you're... Guys, and of course, my videos are so long that the battery never lasts, so I'm recording with my Samsung Flip. But I was saying, screenshot this card because you're heading towards your life purpose. You're heading towards your Northern Star. And it's, you know, maybe you're a weird shiny unicorn. Maybe you're this lady carrying a weird dream, but believe in your dreams, pile number 3, because now in the month of October, you're going to experience that no matter how wild or impossible they might be for everyone, they are definitely not for you. And you're going to experience the awareness of manifestation, what it means to actually make it work consciously. All right. I love you guys. Let me know who you are. Let me know your stories in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to have more monthly pick a card readings. And I'll see you guys also on Patreon for extra weekly videos. I love you guys. Bye.